All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only James Williams, Dark Waters, and I'm back. And before I start this video, I'm going to make a quick case for you to hit this like button. Because as you hit the button, it puts me into the algorithm. Now, I'm going to put two graphs up. One over here is going to show you a chart what happens when you hit the like button. And the other one's going to show you what happens when you don't hit the like button at the very beginning of the video. And I'll say this to you. If you've been with me for a long time, you know that I am an excellent communicator. I have a personality that allows me to infiltrate areas that most people will never be able to infiltrate. I can carry a big show. I can do quite a few things. It's time for you guys to unleash your dark waters on the world. And I need your help. The only way we're going to do this is we got to hit the like button. We got to share. We got to subscribe to push me into the algorithm. Once we get into the algorithm, I can do some major damage.
Hold on 1 second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go.
A weemboe, a weemboe, a weemboe, a weemboe. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Wee, boom, boom, away. The South African president paid Donald Trump a visit today. Ladies and gentlemen, I was in a car. And I'm imagining the scene. I'm in a vehicle. I'm headed to the wholesale food store because I wanted to get my food for cheaper. If you don't buy your food at wholesale at this point in time, you need to check out stuff like U.S. Wholesale. And I'm in the car and I'm watching the video and I'm listening. And the reporter sets the African man up. I said, "Oh my goodness!" The reporter's doing what they're supposed to do. The reporter says, "Well, what would it take to convince Donald Trump that President Trump to convince you that there's no genocide going on in Africa?" And then the president of Africa, decided that he was going to say, Donald Trump has to listen. The first time the man said it, ladies and gentlemen, I said, I know he didn't just say that. And I know there's a language barrier, but it didn't come across the right way. So I'm watching Donald. I'm looking at his body language. I know if you're telling me in my office that I need to listen, and then he goes on, well, he needs to listen to the people who came here with me and blah, 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 blah. And then he says again, he needs to listen. I said, oh, he about to get his foot put up. He about to get a foot put up his behind, ladies and gentlemen. He about to get a foot put up his behind. It's crazy. Yeah, here we go. We got to see what how it go down with him and Trump.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's a great honor to be with the President of South Africa, President Ramaphosa. And
Ramaphosa.
He is a man who is certainly in some circles really respected, other circles a little bit less respected, like all of us, in all fairness, like all of us.
We all like that.
We also have a few of my friends. Ernie Els, a great golfer. He's a truly great golfer. Retief Goosen, who's another really, we call him really a great golfer too, Ernie, right? You two guys are fantastic. And we could add Gary to the group, Gary Player. What a group of golfers South Africa's had.
Yes.
There must be something in the water, right? It's something good. These two guys are unbelievable.
It's the water set.
Yeah, Gary's Gary. And David Frost, also another one that I know is such a great one.
Indeed.
Was he as good a putter as they say, David? He's a putter. He's a putting machine, right?
Absolutely.
But he's another one. So something very good about South Africa in golf, and golf is still doing great in South Africa. And they have young players, I hear, coming up that are going to be very good. But it's an honor to have you here, and my friend, it's an honor to have you, one of the greatest businessmen in South Africa and long beyond. Thank you.
By yourself and by myself to start
Trader will be
conflict for quite a while. So
Man, what a question. Yeah, we're getting that. Hold on.
he's good friends.
They've got a case. There's a lot of anger there, tremendous anger. I don't expect anything. We'll see what happens. We'll have a ruling, and who knows what the ruling is going to mean. Yeah.
On that subject of Gaza, Mr. President, are you going to be speaking to Prime Minister Netanyahu about Israel's renewed offensive there? There's been a lot of concern from European countries. The Pope has expressed concern. Are you going to be asking Prime Minister Netanyahu to tone down the offensive in Gaza to let more aid in?
Was that a question or a statement?
It's a question.
This guy's, you never changed.
Mr. President, decide what
Please.
would it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
Well,
That was the question. Mr. President, what will it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa? Now, I want to hear could y'all pick up the tone of voice? Was that an African accent? Let's do it again. Let's listen to the white. Because I just want to, they don't show who posed the question. But I want to try and glean. I'm going to turn the volume up some more. Turn it all the way up, ladies and gentlemen. Because we want to try and glean what the nationality of the person was that posed this question. Let's listen again.
I don't expect anything, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know. It's they've got cases, a lot of anger there, tremendous anger. I don't expect anything. We'll see what happens. We'll have a ruling, and who knows what the ruling is going to mean. Yeah.
On that subject of Gaza, Mr. President, are you going to be speaking to Prime Minister Netanyahu about Israel's renewed offensive there? There's been a lot of concern from European countries. The Pope has expressed concern. Are you going to be asking Prime Minister Netanyahu to tone down the offensive in Gaza to let more aid in?
Was that a question or a statement?
It's a question.
This guy's, you never changed.
Mr. President, decide what would
Please.
it take for you to be convinced that there's no white genocide in South Africa?
That's not an African accent. That's more like a French. She sounds like she may be French, but let's go ahead.
well, I can answer that for President.
That's where he messed up right there. See, that's where he messed up. Well, I can answer that for the president. That's where he messed up. Look at that look on Donald's face. See how Donald like slumps? He's like, this dumb son of a... Yeah. This is where he messed up, ladies and gentlemen. And here we come.
For him, no, seriously.
I'd rather have him answer.
Yeah, I'd rather answer that. It will be.
Our President will respond to you.
Yeah, let me-
Thank you, Mr. President.
Oh, that was an African. Our president will respond to you. Thank you, Mr. President. So that was a setup. All right, I caught it at the when. Thank you. Our president will respond to you. So that was one of his press people, and it was a hit. Make all the sense in the world. Oh man, that's how it went down like this, man. You know, you everybody else will be talking about this video and be like, well, Donald Trump made him watch the whole video. We want to know everything. We want to glean what we can glean. We want to extract what we can extract. We want to see what we can see, ladies and gentlemen. We want to taste and feel the things that we can taste and feel. We want to massage the things. Now let's go.
It will take President Trump listening.
Yeah, that's where you messed up right there. Now, see that body language where Donald leans away? Take me to listen. Now, let me translate Donald's body language. Bitch, what you mean? Take me to listen.
Voices of South Africans,
Deep
some
breath.
of whom
He done lost his damn mind. He did. Look at Donald. Look how Donald. Did you not see what happened to Zelensky when he came in here? And then a dude sitting up with his finger pointed, lecturing. Look at the body language. He's like, did this son of a did not see what happened to Zelensky when Zelensky came in here? I know he's not playing with me like this. Let's go.
are his good friends, like those who are here. When we have talks between us on the quiet table, it will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would.
And there it is. All right, I had enough of this bull crap. There it is. Like, I've had enough of this. See the look on his face? I had enough of this. This is some bull crap. You gon' this him saying this son bitch done came up in here and now he calls himself lecturing me. He gonna tell me I'm gonna have to listen. That's the look on his face. Like, you got this game messed up and it's about to go down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance.
Not be with me. So it'll take him,
He just made up his mind. He gonna jump in his behind.
President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
And here, I want you to know this. Watch this. Watch this. This man's body language is the body language of a lion in business. Now, the look He's leaning forward. He's not necessarily looking at him. He's looking at at this point in time. He's probably looking at that TV, saying, "Okay, you playing games. We're about to put this crap on the TV." And he probably had a plan that if the man went left, he was going to expose him. If the man kind of kept it in private, they would have the conversation in private. So the man went left. Here we go.
It will take President Trump to listen to them. I'm not going to be repeating what I've been saying. I would say if there was Afrikaner farmer genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective. That is the answer to your question.
But, Mr. President, I must say that we have, wait.
And there it is. No, wait. He was like, nah, you talk, my turn.
We have thousands of stories talking about it. Sure. And we have documentaries, we have news stories. And is Natalie here, somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things. And it has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would. And turn the lights down. Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. We can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act.
Now, don't pay no attention to what the guy said. Watch the president. You see how he starts to get uncomfortable? He rubbing his hands.
Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, man. I love Donald Trump. I don't care what nobody say. I love me some Donald. Do you see how he's leaned over, focusing on the TV, making this man like he's not looking at him, he's not doing nothing. He's looking at the TV, knowing that that man is going to squirm. Now, I don't know if they had a private conversation after this, but I promise you, after this, if they had a private conversation after this, he broke this man down. I mean, think about it, guys. Imagine for a moment. You with the most powerful man in the world. Next to the man has the most powerful army in the world. And he's making you look at videos of people within your government that you're the head of, saying that they're going to kill people and decapitate them and do all kind of stuff. And your stance is it's not happening. And so now you can't run from the situation. I mean, it's a beautiful power move.
The mayor of DA in PE is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, no one. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness. Shoot, kill, Yamasa, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer, the farmer. Shoot to kill, Yamasa, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the...
You notice how he's not even watching the video. He's just sitting there like, I wonder what's going through his head in that moment. I wonder what's going on in his head in that moment. I mean, it's got to be like, damn. I guarantee you, what's going through that South African president's head, Ramaphosa, is that bastard, the little dude in the red. He's like, this bastard just embarrassed me. Yeah, that's got to be what's going. Unless I don't know much about the South African president, unless he's a wicked man. Oh, he got a whole football stadium. He got a whole damn Superdome of people ready to kill farmers.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, what's not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future. Yeah, but, I mean, you understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter, they freak out. It sounds like a genocide over there. I can't take it.
That's their military dance.
Who will expropriate land without compensation, whether they like it or not. If they object, they can seek refugee in America.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers, and those cars aren't driving. They're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road, you have crosses. Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen.
Okay. I mean, it's in South Africa. That's
Oh, have they told you where that is, Mr. President? Because that I have never seen. I mean, it's in South Africa. You the president of... Oh my goodness, this dude is hilarious, bro.
We need to find out.
Yeah, look at... I want you guys... Let me see if I can get this. It's trying to get me to share it. I want you to see the look on Ramaphosa's face. The look of embarrassment. Wow. All right, let me finish reading the article because screw that article. We gonna keep on going through this. I'm sorry.
worth of investment. I don't know. To pick anyone.
People.
We're going to talk about it.
We're going to.
But this is bad. You're such a bad reporter. This is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a response from President Ramaphosa? Give us your reaction to those videos, Mr. President?
Yes, I want your reaction. Well, I think the videos are so. No. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what. And I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it. But this is a Tremendous. Look, this is a story recent. These are all people that recently got killed.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it can get any worse. These are, and you know, the men that you saw, the people that you saw in that movie, those are officials. Those are people that were in office. They had one march, they had a dance in your parliament, whatever you may call it, legislature.
Well, let me clarify that.
Yeah,
let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely.
I don't know how many times you guys watch Donald, but anytime you ever see Donald make the downward triangle, shoulders hunched forward, head looking down, thumbs pressed together, it's him trying to keep from jumping in somebody's behind. Because this man is trying to say that it's not their official government policy. Bruh, come on, dog. Like, if I'm in government and then there's an opposing, let's just bring it home. I mean, let's just really, really bring it home. Let's say the Democratic Party, which they're doing now, is saying you need to kill all white people, but they are literally rallying like the KKK and saying we're going to kill all white people, and they dancing and they are killing people, taking their houses and killing them. Well, then the leader of the Republican Party and the president of the nation has an obligation to do something about that. I don't care what party section it is. Now, that it is what it is, man.
Completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
the farmers are black. The farmers are not black. I don't say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they told me, to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off. They died violently. And, you know, I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here. But I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake like NBC, which is fake news totally, one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible. But if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it. But the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it. But they won't. This won't even be a subject. They'll have him talking about why did a country give a free, think of this, why did a country give an airplane to the United States Air Force? Okay? The United
Listen, at the end of the day, Donald Trump just did more for South Africa. You don't feel like it. He did more for South Africa probably than anybody by bringing attention to this major problem that the nation has. Like, I wouldn't invest a dime in a nation that I knew was going to kill white people. I wouldn't. I would be like, oh, we need you to give you some. I'm not putting no money into your nation. Y'all running around murdering everybody. Because you're murdering white people. What happens when you get rid of all the white people? Who you going to murder next? Because if you're not productive, who you going to murder? What you going to do? I'm not putting no money into that nation. You're crazy. And so as that starts to get settled, then you'll see South Africa flourish. And I think it's going to get settled one way or the other. I think all them people going to leave and get shipped over to America, or the government is going to probably get a regime change. And I know just recently they came out and said they weren't doing any regime changes on the behalf of the New World Order. But that don't mean that America won't do a regime change itself. They're just not going to work with the New World Order to do regime changes. That don't mean that there won't be no regime changes. And I think that's a clear thing that we need to understand. All right, guys, I'll see y'all on the next video.